Hello guys, my name is Lilian Natioanal from Brilliant Media TV, and as I promised you earlier today, I'll be having a guest who is Ian Ndung'u. He'll be sharing with us more about campus leadership and how actually campus leadership shapes the national leadership. So guys, make sure you tuned and you ask whichever question you want to ask us today because we are with him here. Karibu sana Ian, and make sure you stay tuned.
So guys, welcome to this show that I promised you that we will be having Ian with us. He will be telling us more about the campus leadership, and he is here with us. So Ian, karibu sana. Tell us who you are, where you come from, because we don't know you, and something of that sort. Karibu.
So thank you so much for inviting me and for the invitation. My name is Ian Ndung'u. I am a student leader at the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. And apart from student leadership, I'm also a youth leader based in Kiambu. I am the Ward Youth Representative, Kiambu Youth Assembly, and I'm also the Finance Secretary, Limuru Scholars Association. So Limuru Scholars Association is a youth-based organization for university, colleges, and tertiary institution students. Thank you so much for having me here.
Karibu sana Ian. Umeongea haraka haraka hata sijasikia chenye umesema, but nimesikia umesema you are a youth leader from Kiambu. That is the thing. So are you currently a student, or unafanya mambo ya leadership, or what are you currently doing?
So I'm a student of international relations at the Catholic University of Eastern Africa, where I'm also a student leader.
Okay.
And apart from school, I'm also a youth leader in Kiambu County. I'm the Ward Youth Representative.
Ward Youth Representative,
yeah,
in Kiambu.
In Kiambu.
Wow.
Yeah, the Kiambu Youth Assembly. Kiambu Youth Assembly is an organization also whereby we resemble the Congress or the Parliament in Kenya, but at the county level. Yeah. So I represent the young people of Limuru East. Yeah.
Wow. So Ian, what motivated you from the word go to start leading, or to start being a leader? What is that inspired you? Because I know you can't just wake up today and say like, I'm going for this, I'm going for this. There must be something that has really motivated you, maybe when you're young, or can you tell us what motivated you?
So before even I start, I'm going to quote John F. Kennedy, the late President of the United States, who once said, by quoting also Professor Woodrow Wilson, that every person set out from a university should be a man of his nation and also a man of his time. And
you've told us that you are a youth leader from Kiambu. So how do you actually build your group? How do you come up with the people you work with? How actually, which strategy do you use to come up with the people? Because I'm very sure you don't work alone. You work with a group. So which strategies, or how do you come up with a group to work with?
So building a team revolves around trust and clarity. So you need to understand that every person in the team needs to understand that they have a role to play, and that being a leader, you're not there to command them. You're there to work with them, to work together with them. You're there to collaborate with them, and know that no one is lesser than the other in the team. That you're all equal, and that every idea is widely acknowledged, and through that you'll be able to build trust and clarity. Yeah.
So and I'm very sure when you're working with a group of people, or when we are mostly the young people, because I think I've been to such spaces, there is a lot of misunderstanding. How do you guys solve conflicts within yourselves, within the group of the people you are working with? How do you come up with a conflict resolution strategy?
So first, as a leader, you need to listen. You need to listen more than acting. And through listening, you'll be able to understand both sides, come up with a suitable conclusion which will be beneficial to both sides. So first, you need to have the skill of listening to your people, understanding their issues, and acting to the best of their ability. Yeah.
So and at this point, because I know everybody will be coming with their own perspective, because everybody wants their own opinion to be heard. So how do you balance that? You make sure that so and so's opinion is hard to, because I know at the end of the day you must, I mean, work with only one way of doing things. But I know that in this group there are so many of them will be like, do this, let's do it like this, let's do it like this. So how do you come up with, I mean, how do you make sure that everybody's voice is, I mean, being included in whatever you're doing?
So leadership is a calling, and by understanding that, you'll be able to know that you cannot solve all issues, and that everybody's issues cannot be solved.
Sure.
So as a leader, you need to know the best one to
Listen to.
the best one to listen to, and the immediate one that needs to be corrected. So you cannot solve all problems,
Exactly.
but you solve the one which requires attention immediately.
Do you have any of the, I mean, that you can share with us, any of the challenges, or I mean, a place where ulisikia kwamba umesukuma kwa kona, like you needed to do this, and then people are saying like this, people are saying like this. Do you have any that you can share with us? Time yenye ulisikia kweli, hii imenisukuma kwa kona kabisa.
I can't quite remember, but I have one scenario. We were planning an event that was to be done at the constituency level.
Yep.
It was a sports event, and at the last moment is when we realized that some of the things which needed to be done were not yet done. So you know the pressure which comes from there. But as a leader, you need composure.
Yeah, sure.
You need composure. You need to strategize well, and understand that everything will not go accordingly to how you want. So you need composure, and you need to strategize well. So at that time, it was the last moments, but there's something which we needed to do, but it wasn't able to be done at that time, but we came with an alternative to that, and from that I was able to learn that not everything will go according to
So you've talked about listening to these people and being composed as a leader. I know that even if at most time we try our level best to be composed, to try your level best to, I mean, accommodate everyone's activity, but at the same time you are human. How do you manage? Because I know, like saa zingine you'll just be, I mean, you'll just utakuwa tu umekasirika because you are like, mbona wanafanya hivi, why are they doing this? I know, because you are human, sometimes, you know, these emotions overcome you. So how do you, I mean, handle yourself in such a situation?
So one thing that comes with leadership is criticism, and as a leader, you'll always get criticism, and to me, I take criticism as a learning opportunity, as a form of learning, whereby through criticism, I'm able to survive in my leadership, because no administration, no government, no leader can survive without criticism. And through criticism, you're able to correct your ways, you're able to act upon adequately as how it is needed to be.
Yep.
So, and as I said, remember that leadership is a calling, and you enter into this space knowing that you will always get opposition.
Yes.
And there's somebody who once told me that whenever you're a leader and you see there's no opposition, know that those people are using
Things
you.
are not going very well.
They are using you. So you'll come across opposition, criticism, but understand that those are learning opportunities.
Wow. You've really talked about criticism, Ian. This inakaa kama ni kitu yenye it happened maybe sometime. Is there any point in your life or in your leadership journey where you are criticized and it's something that is stuck with you, because you've really talked about this thing for quite some time when we are having this interview? What is it about?
I can't say I take it at a very personal level, but you'll come across people who will always be there to oppose you, and we appreciate it, because as I said earlier, you need to learn.
Exactly.
You need to learn. And in my leadership journey, I've always come across criticism, but it has taught me humility,
Yeah,
it has taught me patience, and the act of listening and serving people justly.
Justly. Wow, you told us that you are a leader in the Sunday school, and then you became a leader in primary school, in secondary school, and then transitioned to the university, and now in the ward, which is a very smooth transition, as I see. So as we come, because I'm seeing like we've talked more about the leadership in the ward. We want now to hear about the leadership in the university where currently you are a student and you are a student leader in the university. So how do you mold some other leaders, or what are these good things, what are these positive things that you show to the others that leadership is a good thing that will make somebody to want to become a leader, or somebody to envy and say, hey, one day I want to be like Ian, or one day I want to be a leader in the university because of this and this and this. What are these things?
You know, there are few more other things beautiful than a university degree. So that was John Mayfield. He wrote that statement to English universities. He admired the splendid beauty of a university, for he said it is a place where those who hate ignorance may strive to know, where those who love the truth may strive to make others see, and where those who love leadership may grow from it. So I can say that being a leader in campus, it is a journey whereby you are honed to get courage, to withstand criticism, to listen from people, and I can say that campus represents a small nation, because here you don't have adequate resources to let's say to come up with a big project, but here successes are seen, and every small thing that you do, it determines who you are. So campus leadership is more of a battleground, a battlefield whereby it molds leaders into national politics. So, and I can say that my leadership, although I've not become the best, I've not.
You're not that big. You're not like that big. Okay, even that small Ian that you are, even if it's a class representative, it is a position. It's a position because not everybody can become a class rep in the university. I know how hectic it is. So even that small one is there. It's where we begin exactly, because you begin by being a class rep. Kesho unakuwa finance rep. Kesho unakuwa president the other day, and then something of that. So it's not small. It is not small. Yes. So what are these positive things zenye mtu anaweza ona aseme I want to become a president, like nini what is this that happens in the student leadership yenye mtu anaona anasema I want to become a president like so and so, I want to become because kuna hii. What are these good things?
So student leadership is all about the art of listening, the art of mobilizing students, and as I said earlier that here you don't have the resources to come up with bigger projects, but in here you're able to mobilize students, to talk with students, to listen to students, and from here you're also able to hone up courage, to understand responsibilities, and such qualities will be able to transition them to national politics or global governance.
So what advice would you give someone who wants to become a student leader in the university, or maybe someone who is watching this show today and maybe they are aspiring to join, or they are looking forward to join the university, maybe they are wamemaliza from 4 or something of that sort. What advice would you give to someone who wants to become a student leader in the university?
So the one advice is start from where you are. Leadership is not only demonstrated, it is seen from what you do. So your actions will say you are a leader. Don't wait until you become elected. As I said at the beginning, my leadership came by default, whereby people notice your small actions and they reward you with those positions.
Exactly.
So start from where you are. Your actions need to prove that you are a leader. Yeah.
Guys, remember you are watching Brilliant Media TV, and this is Ian. Today he's telling us more about leadership in the world, in the university, in so many. Ian is so lucky, by the way. He's a leader. He has become a leader since he was born. Mpaka saizi venye anatoshana hivyo. So we are hearing more from him. So guys, as we wind up, we want to hear some more things from him, some more advices from him as to people who wants to become student leaders maybe, or who wants to become a ward representative like him as the way he does. So we want to hear more from Ian. So Ian, I know that there is, you've talked about criticism that comes with leadership. When you become a leader in the university, or someone who aspires to become a leader, the way you've advised them to do this and this and this, and in the other side of the coin, there must be criticism, there must be negativity that comes with it. So how do I want to become a leader, how do I deal with this criticism that comes from the people who don't like my governance, or people who don't like me when they, the things that I do, or my reign, or the time that I'm leading? So how do I deal with this criticism?
So the most important part of this is understanding it is a calling. It is a calling whereby you are there to serve the people. And through that, you'll be able to come up with qualities which will help you in leadership. So understand that by entering these governance spaces, you come up with criticism.
Exactly.
And you cannot grow as a leader without criticism. You cannot grow as a leader without opposition. So the best form of overcoming this is to understand your leadership role. Act in that position you've been given, and know that you cannot impress everyone.
Exactly.
You cannot impress everyone.
Yes.
Do the best you can. Bring the change that you want. You want there in the society.
Exactly. So I understand that with this criticism, it's a difficult time. It's one of the most difficult, because I am imagining a point that I am a leader, and then watu wana oppose my leadership. People are talking ill about my leadership. I must feel, there must be something that pinches my heart, because why should they talk ill about my leadership and all that? So how do I withstand hard times like such? How do I compose myself? How do I keep myself, strong during this period? So what should I do in order to keep myself strong during these periods of criticism and difficult time? Because I know kuna wakati mgumu, and I need maybe I go out to talk with friends, or what do I do exactly during this time?
So as a leader, you also need people behind you. You need friends. You need mentors. You need people to talk to at times, and you cannot survive alone in this leadership. So they say it is lonely at the top. It is lonely at the top, and that is where many leaders are lost. So you need friends who back you up. You need people who motivate you daily. You need mentors who can inspire you daily. So and you need to get involved in other activities like me. I love writing articles. That is where I unleash all the frustrations I get from the leadership journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, so you write articles.
Yeah.
For example, what is the latest article that you wrote, Ian?
Imagine as a coincidence, my latest article was on campus leadership. How campus leadership transforms you into a national leader. Yeah.
And how can we get these articles? By the way, I'm interested. I want to read one. So how do we get these articles?
So I have my own blog page account. That is www.thediplomaticedge.com. That is where I write articles on leadership, on youth leadership, on diplomacy, on foreign affairs, and on real life situations. Yeah.
So about all those the things that you write about leadership, what inspired you to start writing, and not maybe to go for interviews or to do any other thing, but specifically to be writing? What inspired you specifically to be writing?
you know, writing is all about digital storytelling.
Yes.
Hata hii yenye we are doing this,
Yeah,
this is
yeah, it's
digital
digital show.
storytelling. And through articles you can reach a large audience through writings. And from writings you can share your perspectives, you can share your thoughts. So I love I love talking to people through writings. And even you can see from real life examples, the prophets, they talked to their congregations through writings. So writings is one of the most that is one of the most widespread form of communication to people, and that is where I'm able to share my thoughts and my insights through writing.
So it means that you are a reader, because I know if you write, you must be reading.
Yeah.
It means that you are a reader.
I'm
How
a
many
reader.
books have you read so far?
So a leader is a reader. That is what they say.
Yeah, sure.
I can't estimate the number of books I've read, but from that I've gained so much knowledge, and I can just maybe simplify it through my writings.
Yeah. Wow, that is so nice of you. I didn't know you were writing. I didn't know you write, Ian. So do you think that campus leadership, shapes national leadership? Do you think that when I start being a leader in the university, or that transition, for example, you started in the Sunday school, and then you came to primary school. By then it was called primary school. By the way, I don't know inaitwa comprehensive ama inaitwa nini, I don't know. And then unakuja kwa campus, and then baadaye to the world. So do you think this line, leadership, does it shape national leadership?
Yeah, it does, because you can look at past examples like the Riz Babuino. He started as a student leader at the University of Nairobi. You also have the likes of Ian Ndung'u, a student leader from the Kenyatta University.
Wow.
And even at the international level, you have Barack Obama, the first black American president. He started from the Harvard Law Review as the president. So from those examples we can see that it is very evident that campus leadership owns national leaders.
Exactly. So it is something that if I decide today to become a leader in the university, will it for example, I have not been a leader since I was born. Lakini nimefika campus, and then I'm feeling like I have that, I can lead people. Is there any possibility that it can lead me to higher heights, or it's a must nianzie huko chini so that it will lead to higher heights?
No, a university is a game changer, and this is where people come to know their talents, to know their qualities, to know their leadership skills. You can start from here, as I said earlier. Start from where you are. Your actions will determine who you are. So it doesn't matter if you are a leader or not. It is something that you can just start from now, grow into it, and even become better than those who started alone.
It's a decision that you take within yourself, and then you just you've given me a very nice example of Akina Babu Owino, Akina Ndung'u, and all those guys. They are people who started from the university, and they became leaders in the national leaders. So it is very evident that you agree with me that campus leadership, or leadership from kuanzia chini, inakuja inagrow inakuwa kitu. But at points we see these leaders, most of the time when we see them, I don't know what really happens between university leadership and national leadership. What is the difference between university leadership and national leadership? Because wakati mwingi watu, how they look when they were in the university leadership is not the same people venye wako in the national leadership. So what really changes? What really changes hapo katikati?
I can say that as I said, campus is a small nation. It is a small nation because here we don't have the resources needed zenye ziko huko nje.
Exactly.
We don't have the projects which are needed huko nje, but we have the population similar to yenye huko nje. So I can say they learn through campus leadership. We learn. So ndo maana unapata like when they transition huko nje, they are more experienced
in whatever they are
in those political spaces, and they've learned a lot. And as you grow up in this journey, there are things which you learn and unlearn.
Exactly.
That is why you find what they were doing in campus is not what they are doing right now. Yeah.
But there are, I mean, a little bit similar, whatever they are doing. So in campus, maybe the resources are not that much. But now when you go to the national leadership, you find that there are resources and dockets that are allocated to whatever you're doing. So maybe that is where we get the difference, I mean, between the, campus and university leadership. And on the same line, Ian, we understand that in this period of the university leadership, there are so many skills and there are so many, I mean, things, the way you've said, kuna vitu zenye walikuwa wanafanya when they were in the university and they don't do in the national, in the national leadership, that where they are right now. What are these, positive skills, skills that you've learned when you're a leader in the university that you know, or maybe they will help you in the national leadership?
So first and foremost, you get moral accountability, because here in campus, small things you do, they matter big, and from that you are able to learn that everything you do wholeheartedly, and that everything you do can bring an impact in your life. So first, you get moral accountability, you get patience, humility, because dealing with students is not easy. It requires patience, it requires humility, and also as a finish, you get the art of speaking, the art of public speaking, because here you speak to large crowds of students, those who are positive, those who are negative towards you. So you master the art of speaking. Yeah.
As we wind up, Ian, where do you see yourself in the next 5, or in the next 5? Where do you see yourself?
I can say, and if I continue with what I'm doing,
of course you will. Why not? Of course you will. Why not?
You know, they say do not count your chicks before they hatch. But you have dreams, you have ambitions, you have faith and belief. So in the next 5 years, I'll be the member of parliament, Uko Limuru constituency. I'll also be in the global arena, a diplomat, because I'm doing international relations. So I'll be able to represent my country, Uko nje, and in the diplomatic spaces.
Wow, yeah. Congratulations. As we wind up, Ian, unajua tuko kadi. So uko kadi kwanza?
Niko kadi.
Before tuanze kuongea uko kadi.
Niko kadi kabisa.
So what are, because I know like this Niko Kadi thing, it came with the Gen Z, the young people, and this Niko Kadi thing is all about, voting out, voting in leadership that is responsible, good governance and all that. What do you expect? Sasa kwa sababu uko kadi, what do you expect? Like which kind of leaders do you want to have come 2027? Kadi yako itakusaidia kufanya nini come 2027?
So I can say that in Kenya and in Africa in general, there is this notion that the ballot is always rigged, and the democracy is not always upheld.
Exactly.
But I can say to the young people, let us not lose hope. Hii tuko kadi, it is a very, very big initiative. It is a very big movement that will bring change into our country.
Exactly.
So every young people should register as a voter, not because they're saying that even though I register, the elections will be similar. Let us have faith, let us have belief. And
earlier, Kenya as a country, we are entering the pre-election period, and the tensions are rising. And I can say, as the young people, let us not be in the sidelines. Let us occupy these governance spaces. Let us be in the ballot. Let us arm ourselves with votes, with our voters card. Kura ni power. That is our power. The vote is our power. And you can only speak as a young people when we have, as we can only speak as a people when we have our voters card. So let us register as voters, tuchukue kura, tuende we elect the leaders who we want. Yeah.
Asante sana Ian, and thank you so much for tuning in and always watching Brilliant Media TV. Those who have subscribed, those who have liked, those who have shared, God bless you so much. Make sure you actually watch our episodes and you follow us each and every Saturday.